can cut this
Cut
too.
this off.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's just get real quiet for a minute.
Hi, this is Psychics Uptown with Sammy and Brenda and Kelly, and we are here at Mystic Nirvana in Westerville, Ohio. Today's topic is going to be imaginary friends. Now, the reason we are bringing up imaginary friends is because my daughter Sammy here, when she was little, she had some medical issues, and they were pretty serious medical issues.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she had serious medical issues.
Wow.
And she's had two. So the first one, she was 1 year old. We kind of skated through that, and then the second one was when she was 2. So when she was 2, she was able to talk. She talked a lot. Never shut up. She just talked a lot. And out of the blue,
And you're so quiet.
and so she got really ill, and all of a sudden she talked about Mikey. Mikey came out of nowhere, and I was like, Mikey? Who is Mikey? And I mean, I would feed her, and I used to have a plate of food for Mikey because Mikey is right here. Mikey, Mikey, Mikey. That's all I heard. And I really didn't know what to think about Mikey, but I was willing to play along with this whole Mikey thing. But the most amazing thing about this whole Mikey thing, and it went on for about a year, and Mikey was here through her entire sickness. The whole year he was here, and he got more prominent the sicker that she got. And when she was starting to get better, he, kind of like went in the background. But she had her second surgery. And
Well, wait a minute. Do you remember that first sickness and the first time you seen him?
that would be the
No.
second
I
surgery.
remember when I was sick the second time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she had her surgery, and then we had, I think it was, 6 months, maybe longer, I don't remember, of follow-up visits and more testing and things like that. So through this whole time, Mikey was upfront and personal the entire time. And during her last visit to see the doctor, he said, well, I think she's good to go for the rest of her life. I think, we beat this, it's going to be great. And I was really thankful, but I brought her home, and the next day she woke up, and I was making her breakfast, and I said, well, what would Mikey like today? And she told me in her little girl voice that Mikey went away. He doesn't need to be here anymore, so bye, Mikey. And I was freaked out. I was like, okay, this is not an imaginary friend. This was a spirit that came to my daughter when she needed that spiritual, I don't even know what you would call that, but that's when I started to put things together that, Mikey showed up when she got sick. Mikey was very prominent through all of these ups and downs that we had, and it took a day for the doctor to say she's good to go. We don't even have to bring her back. She's clean bill of health. That Mikey told her that he didn't need to be here anymore, and he was gone, and he left just like that, as quickly as he came, because we were blindsided by this illness that she had. As quickly as he came, he was gone. And so I thought that was just amazing.
What time period was he with her? Yeah.
He was here probably from the age of 2 to 3, and maybe just after age 3. So, and she was adamant, and I said, hey, can you draw a picture of Mikey for me? What does Mikey look like? And she drew this huge. It kind of looked like an angel. I don't even really know, but it was this huge being, and there was this little tiny thing, and I said, well, what's that? That's me. I was like,
oh. So she drew herself really little
she
and
drew
herself him really big.
Really little, and this huge picture of Mikey. And, I'm Catholic, big time Catholic here, and I immediately was like, well, that's St. Michael, protecting my baby, because she was, the way she drew it in, a 2 and 3 year old capabilities, it was an angel. So I thought that was quite amazing.
I don't draw very well.
Do you vividly remember anything about that time period?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, and it could have just been because it was scary. I mean, my first like actual memories that I can recall, I remember being in the hospital bed that looked like a little cage thing.
Yeah.
I remember asking her, why was I in a cage as a baby?
Yeah, so that was when she had her heart surgery. They had her in a little cage.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that's the first
That
one?
was the first surgery.
Oh.
And so she was one. So that's
Okay.
pretty amazing.
Yeah, but it's weird because when I guess recall Mikey now, I mean, I remember him being very small.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, it's really bizarre, but like non-threatening, like very small.
That's
And
really
we could like take
amazing.
him everywhere. Like he was small, so he could come
Put 'em
with
in the
us.
pocket.
Yeah, and like I mean, and sometimes like depending on like what he wanted to do, I remember like, do you remember those blinds that we had, the vertical blinds,
Yeah.
and they had like that little rectangle thing with the string on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like Mikey would like swing on that. Like I remember this vividly. Like it was so bizarre.
He would
Yeah.
swing on the string?
Yeah.
You know, the thing that
Wow.
you pull to
Yeah.
the blinds go, back and forth,
Yeah.
or close and open.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So he would like change on the context, just bizarre.
So that
Sounds
was
a little weird.
that was when you were really
When I was 2,
okay.
I think like 2ish, 3.
So do you remember Mikey telling you that he was, he's out of here, he's done?
Mhm.
So what did he say? How did that go down? 'Cause
No.
I don't even know, because I was
Mhm.
freaked out.
No, I think as I can't remember where I was or whatnot, but like the sentence that comes to my mind is, he needs to go home now. Like he needs to, basically he just needs to go home. Like I don't remember it
Like
being
his
like a
job
long,
with you was done.
yeah, I mean it was just like I need to go home now. So
That's just amazing.
yeah.
And
Listen.
and the thing about that is that's Sammy's story. I didn't have an imaginary friend when I was growing up, but that's Sammy's imaginary friend. But what about the children out there that have these imaginary
Yeah.
friends? And some of it is just these kids are wildly imaginative, right? But some of these,
I'm
Some
not
of
even
these-
sure about that because you know how psychic ability works.
yeah,
I mean, we see with our mind's eye. So I see spirits with my mind's eye. I mean, nobody has to tell me it's there or not there because I've got confidence in what I see in my head. That I have actually jumped up and ran across the room. Only did that once, but because of what I was seeing in my head, this woman was coming at me. And I was like, ah! Because I knew that was real, whether I was seeing it in my head or in my psychic eye or seeing it with my literal eyes. That's how confidence, builds over time that, you don't need your eyes to see. So when kids are really psychic, who would even think that up as a child unless they're really there? That I almost think
That's a good
any
point.
kid that makes up an imaginary friend, they're seeing it in their mind's eye, them playing out at worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Which we know that we see spirit with our mind's eye. So I almost think any kid that has an imaginary friend is probably picking that up psychically. I
Really?
believe that. I mean, think about it.
Do you have?
Why would you even go there as a child?
I actually never gave it any thought.
never
It just
thought of it
never
either.
occurred to me that that's what it could be. I just figured that there are creative, imaginative kids out there, and they can think these things up. I could never do that because I don't. I think my psychic eye is just. I don't know, shot to hell. I need to see. I gotta see it with these babies right here. And that's how I pick up things. I mean, I pick it up because I can see them. That's it. And so my question for you is, this is Sammy's story. Do you have in your business? Do you have parents that come in
All the time. All the time.
Really?
All the time.
And what are their? I mean, if you can talk about it, what are their stories?
Well, just I know this lady right now who has a daughter. She's just turned 5, and she has about 5 of them.
5 friends.
As a matter of fact, she said the mom said it's starting to creep me out because she'll like just be over talking and